Hello everybody, welcome to iExamB. Embrace the iExamB learning experience. In this video, we are going to discuss previous year questions topic-wise which have come in the Coal India exam, and we are going to start with Constitution of India in this video. This will give you an idea what kind of questions come, what is the level of questions, how the questions are framed. So stay with me in this video. There are around 30 questions which have come from Constitution in the past two recruitments. I have already given you this chart in my earlier videos. This gives you an idea of how many questions have come from each act. From Constitution of India, there were around 17 questions in 2017 and 14 questions in 2022. These are the questions that I'm going to show and I'm going to discuss in this video. Starting with the first question, fundamental duties was inserted in the Constitution of India by which of the following amendments? The correct answer here is A, by the 42nd Amendment Act. The fundamental duties of citizens were added to the Constitution by 42nd Amendment Act upon the recommendation of Swaran Singh Committee that was constituted by the government earlier that year. Question number 2, which of the following words were inserted in the preamble by the Constitutional 42nd Amendment Act? The correct answer here is C, socialist and secular. These were the words added between the words sovereign and democratic, and the words unity of nation were changed to unity and integrity of the nation. Question number 3. Which of the following statements is not correct? Right to property is not a fundamental right. Fundamental rights are absolute and not subject to any restriction. Reasonable restriction can be imposed on fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are enforceable rights. We have to find not correct. Not correct answer over here is B. They are not absolute and they are subject to certain reasonable restrictions. Question number 4. Quota of reservation for women in panchayat and municipal elections is? The correct answer here is A, 1/3 of the total seats. 1/3 of the total seats in panchayat and municipal elections are reserved for women. This is given in Article 243D, Clause 3 of the Constitution, which ensures participation of women in Panchayati Raj institutions. As per Article 243T, in case of municipalities, 1/3 reservation is given in municipalities to women. Coming to question number 5, the Vice President of India shall be elected by? You can pause the screen, read the options. The correct answer is D, Electoral College consisting of members of both the Houses of Parliament. As per the Constitution, Article 66, Clause 1, the Vice President shall be elected by members of an Electoral College consisting of members of both Houses of Parliament in accordance with the system of proportional representation by means of single transferable vote, and voting at such election shall be held by secret ballot. Coming to question number 6. According to Article 44 of the Constitution of India, the correct answer is B. The state shall endeavour to secure for the citizens a uniform civil code. Article 44, which is DPSP, Directive Principle of State Policy, talks about uniform civil code throughout the territory of India. Question number 7. Which of the following language is not mentioned in 8th schedule of the Constitution of India? The correct answer here is C. Rajasthani is not mentioned in the 8th schedule. Even English is also not mentioned in the 8th schedule. There are 22 languages which are mentioned in the 8th schedule. These are the languages. Then question number 8. The Constitution 97th Amendment Act 2011 makes provisions for which of the following? The correct answer here is A. Cooperative societies. 97th Amendment Act gave constitutional status and protection to cooperative societies. It made the right to form cooperative societies a fundamental right under Article 19, and it included a directive principle of state policy on the promotion of cooperative societies, which was Article 43B. And a new part was added to the Constitution, which was Part 9B, which is entitled as the Cooperative Societies, Article 243ZH to ZT. Then question number 9. The doctrine of full faith and credit is enshrined in which of the following article of the Constitution of India? The correct answer here is A, Article 261 of the Constitution of India, which deals with public acts, records and judicial proceedings. It says, full faith and credit shall be given throughout the territory of India to public acts, records and judicial proceedings of the Union and of every state. Coming to question number 10, the 10th schedule of the Constitution of India makes provision for? The correct answer here is C, anti-defection law. The 10th schedule deals with anti-defection law. This was inserted in the Constitution by 52nd Amendment to the Constitution. Apart from 10th schedule, amendments were also made to Article 102 and 191, and Clause 2 was added in each of these articles. Then question number 11. ordinance promulgated by the President under Article 123 of the Constitution of India shall cease to operate at the expiration of dash from reassembly of Parliament. So for how many days or how many weeks this ordinance will be operative from the reassembly of Parliament? The correct answer here is D, 6 weeks. This is given in Article 123 Clause 2. Chapter 3 here talks about legislative powers of the President, in which Article 123 talks about ordinance promulgated by the President. Question number 12. Which of the following statements is correct? The correct answer here is D. High Court and Supreme Court both are court of record. Article 129 of the Constitution talks about Supreme Court to be a court of record, and Article 215 of this Constitution talks about High Court being a court of record. Question number 13. If a money bill is passed by Lok Sabha and transmitted to Rajya Sabha and the Rajya Sabha do not return the money bill within dash, it will be deemed to have been passed by both the houses. The correct answer here is B, 14 days. This is Article 109 of the Constitution of India. Question number 14. Which article of the Constitution of India imposes bar to interference by court in electoral matters? The correct answer here is A. Article 329 talks about bar to interference by courts in electoral matters. Question number 15. Provision for participation of workers in management of industries have been incorporated into the Constitution of India under which article? So which DPSP talks about participation of workers in management of industries? The correct answer here is C. Article 43A, which says the state shall take steps by suitable legislation or in any other way to secure the participation of workers in the management of undertakings, establishments or other organizations. This article was inserted by 97th Amendment Act 2011. Then question number 16. 12th Schedule of the Constitution of India deals with. The correct answer here is C. Powers and authorities of municipalities. This schedule was added by 74th Amendment Act 1992. Question number 17. Who was elected as permanent chairman of the Constituent Assembly which framed the Constitution of India? The correct answer is A. Babu Rajendra Prasad. On 11th December 1946, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was unanimously elected as permanent chairman of the Constituent Assembly under the temporary chairmanship of Dr. Sachidananda Sinha. Question number 18. In which article of the Constitution of India it has been mentioned that this constitution may be called the Constitution of India? And this is in Article 393. This is not in Article 2 or Article 3. It's in Article 393. Question number 19. Article 2 of the Constitution of India as amended states, Parliament may by law dash new states on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. In Article 2, it is mentioned Parliament may by law admit into the Union or establish new states on such terms and conditions as it thinks fit. Then question number 20. Which of the following is not the part of right to freedom as enshrined in Article 19 of the Constitution of India? The correct answer here is D. Right to work is not a part of right to freedom under Article 19. Instead, right to work is incorporated in Article 21 as right to life and personal liberty. By judicial interpretation, the Honorable Supreme Court, through its judgment in Olga Tellis and others versus Bombay Municipal Corporation, incorporated right to work and recognized it as a fundamental right inherent in right to life in Article 21. Coming to next question, question 21. As per Article 58 of the Constitution of India, the minimum age for election of president is A. 35 years. This is in Article 58. Question number 22. As per Article 58. Okay, this is a repeat question, so we'll skip this. Question number 23. An ordinance promulgated under Article 123 of the Constitution of India shall be laid before both houses of Parliament and shall cease to operate at the expiration of dash from reassembly of the Parliament. So this question, this article we have already discussed once. That means this question have come twice. The correct answer here is D, 6 weeks. Question number 24. Which schedule of the Constitution of India prescribes forms of oaths and affirmations? The correct answer is B, 3rd schedule. Then question number 25. Which article of the Constitution of India states that it shall be the duty of Prime Minister to communicate to the President all decisions of Council of Ministers relating to administration of the affairs of Union and proposals for legislation? This is given in Article 78. Duties of Prime Minister as respect the furnishing of information to the President, etc. Question number 26. How much time was taken by the Constituent Assembly of India to complete the lengthiest constitution of the world, the Constitution of India? The correct answer here is D. 2 years, 11 months and 17 days. Now moving to the next question. In Dinesh Trivedi versus Union of India, Supreme Court recognized. The correct answer here is D. Right to know. In this case law, the Supreme Court dealt with the right to freedom of observation. In modern constitutional democracies, it is axiomatic that the citizens have right to know the affairs of the government, which, having been elected by them, seek to formulate sound policies of governance aimed at their welfare. Here, from this question onwards, there are case law questions. So in the past two recruitments, few case law questions have also come. Moving to next question, the constitutional validity of section 309, which is attempt to commit suicide, has been restored by the Supreme Court of India in which of the following cases? The correct answer here is A. Gyan Kaur versus State of Punjab. Here this is more likely an IPC question, Indian Penal Code question. The constitutionality of section 309 of Indian Penal Code first came up for consideration before Bombay High Court in this case. In the following cases, it was decided that right to die is not a fundamental right under Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. Later on, the Supreme Court Constitutional Bench in Gyan Kaur versus State of Punjab held that the right to life under Article 21 of the Constitution does not include the right to die or right to be killed, thereby providing some clarity on the constitutionality of section 309 of the Indian Penal Code. The court held that the importance of sanctity of life should not be disregarded. Article 21 guarantees the protection of life and personal liberty, and extinction of life cannot be construed to encompass the protection of life by any stretch of the imagination. Coming to next question, the constitutional validity of section 499 Indian Penal Code defamation has been upheld by the Supreme Court of India in which of the following cases? Again, this is an IPC question, though it's talking about constitutional validity. The correct answer here is A. Subramaniam Swamy versus Union of India. You can pause the screen here and read this explanation. In 2014, corruption charges were made by Dr. Subramaniam Swamy against Mrs. Jayalalitha. Defamatory cases were filed by the state government of Tamil Nadu against Dr. Subramaniam Swamy in response to these allegations. Later, constitutional validity of the offence of criminal defamation was challenged by Dr. Subramaniam Swamy along with other prominent politicians. Then question number 29. In which of the following cases the Supreme Court of India has upheld the constitutional validity of section 377 of Indian Penal Code? The correct answer here is A. Suresh Kumar Kaushal versus Nas Foundation. So the constitutional validity of section 377 was upheld in Suresh Kumar Kaushal versus Nas Foundation. This section was struck down in Nas Foundation versus Delhi NCT. You can read this explanation. In 2013, section 377, which makes gay sex an offence punishable with up to life imprisonment, this was reinstated by the Supreme Court. In 2009, the Delhi court decriminalized section 377 in Nas Foundation versus Government of NCT of Delhi. Question number 30. The National Judicial Appointment Commission was declared unconstitutional by the Supreme Court in which of the following cases? The correct answer here is D. Supreme Court's Advocate on Record Association versus Union of India. Question number 31. In which of the following cases Supreme Court of India has enumerated the rights of an arrestee? The correct answer here is C. D.K. Basu versus State of Bengal. The rights of arrestee were enumerated in this case. D.K. Basu versus State of Bengal, this is a landmark judgment in the case of increasing number of custodial deaths in India. The court here observed that custodial death is a matter of concern and it is more aggravated as it is committed by the protector of the citizens. Therefore, the court held that this act is against Article 21 and 22 of the Constitution of India. It is in clear transgression of the victim's fundamental rights and human dignity. Coming to the next question, in which of the following cases the Supreme Court quashed the ban on dancing bars in the state of Maharashtra as violation of Article 19(1)(g)? The correct answer here is D. State of Maharashtra versus Indian Hotels and Restaurant Association. This is a 2019 case and the court held that the impugned provision did not pass the muster of constitutional provisions as it was found to be violative of Article 14, 19(1)(a) and 19(1)(g) of the Constitution. At that time, the state desired total prohibition on the performance of dance in eating house, permit room or beer bar on the premise that such performances are always indecent, obscene, or vulgar. It was also on the notion that such performances were giving rise to exploitation of women as well. So when state was banning these dance performances, the Supreme Court quashed the ban on dancing bars, saying that it is in violation of Article 14, 19(1)(a) and 19(1)(g) of the Constitution. So these were the various questions that have come from the Constitution of India. In the next video, we'll take up the next topic, Indian Contract Act Specific Relief Act. If you're looking for any preparation material for this exam, you can check out our online course in which you will find video lessons, study notes, live classes, chapter tests and section tests, full-length practice tests, and a lot of practice questions. If you have any doubts, you can write them down in the comment below. Enroll with iExamB and make your preparation 50% faster. Thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned.